Welcome back to the Night Shift Podcast. I'm your host, Brian Markley, at @BriDollarSign on Twitter. There's nobody to my right.
Yeah.
To my left, the boy, Bailey Gary.
You can find me on Twitter at BGary24, capital B, capital G.
And we are 2/3 of the Night Shift Podcast. Unfortunately, we had to cut Jordan. No, I'm just joking. He's on vacation. I think we said that last week.
Yeah,
But
we've said this for a few weeks because we were talking about
funny.
doing Mac Breaker, Mac Tier Maker.
Mac Breaker.
Yeah, I don't know. I had bracket and Tier Maker in my head.
Yeah, basically kind of the same thing. They're not the same thing at all, but real quick before we get into it, we finally invested in some equipment.
Yeah.
I mean, it's basically the same equipment we've been using, but now it's ours.
Yeah.
So, we feel kind of, got a cool little tripod there that apparently goes up the whole way if you needed to. Pause?
I don't know if that's necessary, but for anybody that knows us, it's taller than Mariah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's actually relatively tall, and I'm happy with it. It didn't cost me that. It didn't cost it that much. Obviously, the big investment is our pretty microphone.
It also has a condom on it.
Which is pretty neat and it was funny putting on. But yeah, we invested in some equipment. This will be a good for us now, I think. I don't think we're going to need
in the future, we'll probably just need one more mic for me and Jordan, and then you can have one for yourself.
Yeah, potentially. I'm
going
to figure out how that's going to actually work.
Yeah.
Because I don't know.
I'm sure if we dick around long enough, we'll figure it out.
Yeah, it's usually how it works. I mean, that's how I figured out iMovie. So,
yeah.
Intro stuff. I want to push the Patreon. Go support on the Patreon so we can buy another mic. Support if you can. If you can't, no big deal. Just keep sharing and all that fun stuff. We're YouTube, the Night Shift Podcast on YouTube. @_TNSP_ on Twitter. There's a link tree there that will take you everywhere you need to go. I'm going to adjust this real quick because I can see. Oh no, we're fine. The link tree will take you everywhere you need to go, whether it's Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and the other ones I don't care about. Before we get into what we've been doing, what we've been up to, we hit the 200 download milestone.
Yep.
Which is nothing crazy, but
for
a bunch of hooligans like us,
yeah.
I think that's pretty awesome. So thank you if you downloaded. Bailey also showed me this cool map of where we're listened to, and we got listeners out in Africa.
Yeah, we have one person from Africa, South Africa.
So if you're in Africa and you're listening to this right now,
so that one person in South Africa, shout out you.
Yeah, UK we have some.
Yeah, it's two cities.
We're worldwide.
We're worldwide. The podcast is worldwide.
Call us Mr. Worldwide. So yeah, I think that's all I need to say on the intro. Jordan's not here; he's on vacation. So
he'll be back next episode.
Yeah, he'll be back next week. Maybe we'll have a Drake album by then.
Maybe.
I don't think we will, but
probably not.
We'll get into all that fun stuff in a little here. Bailey, how you doing? I can't.
Yeah.
It's just you and I, so there's nobody.
I'm doing fine.
Yeah.
Same old. Fantasy football drafts coming up. People who know us know we're pretty big fantasy football guys. I spend too much money on fantasy football. So, but I mean, I think it's fine. It's fun.
Yeah.
I like to gamble.
Looking to go back to back this year in our Taco Bell league. So.
Are you?
Yep.
And we'll find out, I guess.
Yeah, I got 10 again, so it's a sign.
It's a sign.
I
got
have no
the
idea
6.
what I'm doing. Fantasy. I haven't done any research, and we're 13 days away.
I mean, for you...
I know what I'm taking. I just don't know who it's going to be.
It's just best available. At that late?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Pretty much. You have to take the best player. Mm-hmm. So, football season's coming around, too, which I'm pretty excited about.
One person I refuse to take is Derrick Henry.
Really?
If he doesn't score a touchdown, what does he bring you? Pretty much. And he can't catch.
True.
He has bricks.
I think last year was one time.
I don't trust
he's definitely
Derrick Henry.
talented.
I'll take Dalvin Cook. I'm fine with that.
That's been your night shift fantasy.
Yeah, so if you want to snipe, if you're in our league and listening to this, if you feel like I think I have the 6th pick.
I really want Derrick Henry.
So yeah, if you want to snipe me, then I guess take Dalvin Cook for whatever reason.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
You have what, 6?
Yes. So it's like
and Jordan's what? Jordan's like 4.
something like that. Well, I'll tell you the 1 and 2 are going to be McCaffrey, Barkley, and then probably Zeke, and then you're going to have Michael Thomas probably go around 4th to 5th with Kamara. 4 and 5 would be Kamara, and then 6 will be usually Dalvin Cook. So if you feel like fucking yourself over in our league, just take Dalvin Cook over any of those players, and I'll be happy.
There's one guy I really want at 10, but I won't say. I'll tell you off mic because you won't take him. I know because you have 6, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you won't take him because it's kind of a reach there. But I'll tell you off.
What position?
Air. Running back. I'll tell you off air.
Okay.
Who I want, but aside from fantasy, listening to anything? What?
No, nothing.
Playing anything?
Nothing really. I've just been playing pretty much MLB and Fall Guys recently. Yeah.
The Fall Guys. I wanted
Fall
to
Guys
Fall Guys again. I played one. I woke up.
I haven't won yet.
I played UFC a little bit, which I'll talk about a little bit later. And then I hopped on Fall Guys. My first game of the day, I got a dub.
First game dub.
I'm just goated.
No better feeling.
It's 4 wins.
I forget what Twitch streamer it was, but it said he won 5 games of Fall Guys in a row.
Yeah, if you win 5 games in a row, it's a trophy.
Oh, is it really?
Which is absurd.
Well,
so if you want to get the platinum trophy, you gotta win 5 games in a row.
Yeah, that's not happening.
I won't put myself on that pedestal, but
besides listening, the same old, with the new music we'll talk about, same old. Watching wise, I finished Samurai Champloo. Definitely a classic
Shamrock Shake.
No, definitely that's for white girls. Definitely.
Those things are gross.
Yeah, they're not that good.
No, they're disgusting.
They're not.
I don't mind mint ice cream.
I don't like mint, so I mean that's probably part of it.
But no, I don't fuck with no Shamrock Shakes.
Yeah, no. So I've just kind of been I've just been taking I haven't been watching any show animes that I haven't been. It's just I'm waiting for new episodes to come. Kind of go on a break because I grinded out that show in a little over a week. So
cool. I've been listening to nothing too much different. A little Anderson Paak, a little Uzi, kind of all over the place. Obviously Drake and my roots.
Yeah.
With Kissland being celebrated on Twitter randomly that day, I decided to go back and listen to that album. It's very good. You don't need me to tell you that. I bought the new UFC game, which I told you a little bit about. I've been having a blast with that. I've just been knocking fools out in my career mode, and I'm waiting for the difficulty to ramp up, where I just fight some guy, he just absolutely cleans me. But it hasn't happened yet.
Yeah.
I'm 5-0 in my career.
Yeah.
I got a nasty right hook. I've just been messing bulls up. Because I was bored and I wanted something to play, and I'm UFC games. I'm not even a big UFC guy. I wouldn't mind getting into it, but I talked to Billy about it on Saturday night because it was UFC 260 something or other.
Something like that. I think maybe
from what I understand, it's a pretty good card, but I don't understand the pay-per-view model, which bothers me. I mean, I guess maybe if you split it with some friends, maybe that's the way to do it. But
probably
we're always at work on a Saturday night, so it's
that's I love UFC. It's just I can't see fights often because of that.
Yeah.
So it's
and I would like to get into it.
I mean,
I'm not even a big UFC. I'm a very, very super casual UFC guy, but the game's a blast.
It's fun watching people beat the shit out of each other.
There's some sort of enjoyment out of just rocking some dude.
Yeah, but there's also and there's also people at at face value. It's just that, but it's also a strategic aspect.
Oh yeah, for sure. I totally respect the hustle and the techniques and everything.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't know what most of it means. Which, it is what it is.
Also, the wall's a little bit more colorful. A little bit.
There's no hole in it anymore.
No, there's not.
Well, there is, but
it's just covered. Cowboy Bebop covers that.
Yeah, we got a Last of Us poster here. That's a new one. The Cowboy Bebop poster, and
over there's the Elder Scrolls one.
On the other side. I think you can catch a little bit of it.
Maybe.
There's an Elder Scrolls poster, a Skyrim poster right about here.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's on the camera or not, but it's there. Believe me.
The next episode, I believe these 2 spots will be covered.
So we'll have a full backdrop.
Except that we won't have that. Well, you won't be able to see it, but the Avatar one's going there, and then so what will probably happen is that will be Persona 5. That will be Elder.
Wait, but didn't you say Persona one's not coming till October?
Yeah, apparently it's coming from China. So if I get Rona, that's why. But
from a poster.
Yeah, it's probably going to go Halo because that one's so clean it needs to be there, and then this one will be Black Ops 2, and then that will be Persona 5, and that will be Avatar. and then that will round out the wall.
Nice. I like the variety. There's a lot of colors.
Yeah, that's what I kind of want to do. Just I told you, it's like diagonal because video game anime. So
I like how it kind of overlaps too. Like it looks clean, but it looks like a collage almost.
Yes.
So it'd be cool to see the finished product.
Yeah.
Well,
we have to wait till October.
Oh yeah, that's true. I wanted to talk about. I was talking about UFC, how I bought it because I have nothing else to play right now. I don't feel like grinding MLB like you are. So I bought UFC, and I also pre-ordered PGA Tour, which comes out Friday.
Madden comes out soon, right? End of this month? 20-something?
That comes out next Tuesday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's next week.
Well, we get paid, so probably some money's going towards that.
We get paid tomorrow.
Yeah, so that money's going towards that.
Yeah, I think I'm going to pre-order too.
I need to pay my buy-in fee for my $50 league, so I need to do that tomorrow.
But yeah, I want to talk about PGA Tour next week because I'm a big golf guy. I golf myself, so like I'm excited to play another good golf video game. What else we got? What else did I do? I've been watching a lot of My Hero Academia. Again, still, I'm hooked. Like Bailey said, I would eventually get hooked, and I'm hooked. There's the chair. I love that show. I just think it's super unique with all the villains are super unique, and like the powers are all super unique, and maybe it's kind of more common in other animes, but this is my first one, so it's a really good one to start with.
Well, I'd argue Avatar: The Last Airbender is, but some people might disagree with me.
What?
That it is an anime.
Okay, but I haven't watched it in full.
Oh, you haven't watched it in full? Okay.
So I'll have to figure out where I want to go from here, if I want to go Attack on Titan or to watch Avatar in full.
Well, I mean, I honestly...
Avatar's going to take me 7 years, isn't it?
No, it's only 3 seasons. It's like 20-some episodes a piece.
Oh, okay.
So I was thinking it's shorter than My Hero.
Okay.
But if you do watch Attack on Titan, I drew a blank on like what the name was for a second. Like I texted you about this, but I'm interested to see how you'll feel about it, just because not that My Hero doesn't have like not like dark moments, I guess you could say, but like Attack on Titan's a dark ass show at a lot of points. Like the first episode shit hits the fan. Like it doesn't. It's like,
so it starts quick.
Oh yeah, it's kind of like how when you first play Ghost and it sucks you in right away because it has that giant action scene. Okay. Yeah.
All right. I think I want to go there just because I've heard it's like not a classic.
Not a classic. I would say that it will be eventually a modern classic, just because, especially in the West, like it's by no means one of the best created per se, but it's like what it did in the West was extremely normal, like make it normal essentially. Like it's something kind of like I actually watched a video on this recently, but it talked about how The Walking Dead kind of killed the whole nerd stigma around comics and all that because of how fucking brutal it was. That kind of did the same thing for anime in the West. So
yeah, I wouldn't know about that. So that's cool. And I feel like that's probably where I'll go next. Probably go there next.
It's probably the most people may disagree. I'd say My Hero is up there, but I think Attack on Titan of the last decade is probably the most important anime to come out, just for what it did.
I didn't know My Hero was like put up that high.
My Hero is probably, of course you have like One Piece and Bleach is coming back, but like Naruto's already finished. So because like One Piece has been going on fucking forever. It's like it's been going on since the 90s, I'll tell you that much.
Christ.
Yeah.
It's like the SpongeBob of anime.
Yeah, like Omar likes that show. So if you want to talk about One Piece, talk to him. I tried to get into it, and I got to episode 40-something. I was like, this was like 2 years ago I tried to get into it. So it was like, I still got way too long to go.
Yeah.
But,
yeah, I like to be able to see the finish line.
Yeah. And that show is just so much. And I just feel like I can't tackle it.
One Piece has the funny looking guy, right?
Yeah, Luffy with the straw hat, and he like stretches like Mr. Elastic. Yeah. But
no, he don't look like Jordan. I know what he looks like, but
But My Hero is probably, if you exclude kind of like the old shows like that, My Hero is probably the most popular show right now. It's up there.
I didn't realize that.
No, yeah, My Hero is fucking huge.
Obviously, I love it.
This is another show that you have to give a shot. This is one of my favorites ever. It's not like a classic by any means, but I fucking love this show.
Okay.
It's really good. It starts off kind of slow, and it's kind of like a cliche. It's called an isekai, which an isekai is just essentially where some shut-in nerd gets transported to another, like a fantasy world, like a video game world, and usually it ends up him having a harem. You know what a harem is?
Heroin.
A harem.
The hell's a harem?
A harem is essentially like a bunch of girls who just want to fuck you. It's essentially what it is. So like,
can't relate.
So yeah, but it takes on that kind of like cliche of like transport into another world, like this and that. But it has like, it's a lot darker, and you just have to watch it. It's fucking great.
Add it to the list.
Yeah.
I also, going into music a little bit, I've been exploring both Lupe Fiasco's discography again, and which I haven't talked to you about, but Rick Ross. And like I think Rick Ross not as much, I think, but they're both really underrated. Like Rick Ross's discography is super underrated. Like he's got some hits that are old.
Mm-hmm.
Like older album. I mean, he's
been around for a while.
He's got deep cuts that are really good. Like, you know,
Diced Pineapples.
Yeah, I'm talking before that. Like Teflon Don. He got Freemason with Jay-Z. Like that's a banger. MC Hammer, Blowing Money Fast. Like, obviously hustling.
Fucking
Rose. He needs give him his flowers.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Because he deserves a lot of credit.
His newer albums are good.
I don't know if there's a. Like, stop me if I'm wrong, but is there a bigger rapper to come out of Florida than Ross?
Not currently that I can think of.
But I mean, like, I'm talking
Flo Rida.
Fuck nah, he doesn't.
He has Florida in his name. What are you talking about?
He doesn't hold Rick Ross's jockstrap. But if you think
Denzel's out of Florida, but he's not on the same level yet.
But I'm even talking about like people who've been around for a while. Like I can't sit here and think of somebody. Like, I know Miami has a lot of artists. Like I know Florida has its artists, but like, is there anybody who is Rick Ross's level?
I'm looking at Florida rappers. Who is the best Florida rapper? X, Kodak, Ski Mask, Denzel, Bobby Shmurda's from.
No,
Florida?
He's from New York, but I digress.
YNW Melly, whoever that is.
He's in prison.
Okay, this list is stupid because it has, I don't know. This has to be like fan voted or something.
It's Ranker.
What's Ranker? I've never heard of it.
Oh, T-Pain. T-Pain's. He's not a rapper, but T-Pain's legendary.
Yeah, I mean he's a legend, but yeah, I think after looking at all of these.
Yeah, well, DJ Khaled's big.
Hood,
Ace Hood was good for a little bit.
Yeah,
not a little bit.
Rick Ross I can confidently say is the best out of
Florida.
Pitbull. Nobody want no fucking Pitbull, even though we referenced Pitbull at the beginning.
Pitbull looked like Steve.
Yeah, he kind of does. 2 Live Crew. Gunplay is not awful. Vanilla Ice.
Yeah, we don't talk about it.
All right, I'm done looking at this list.
Yeah, but I can confidently say Rick Ross is the biggest artist out of Florida.
Yeah,
rapper.
And I think Lupe Fiasco, you can really see how he influenced like the guys that are older now. So like Cole. You can see a lot of similarities between those two, between Cole and Lupe. I think. Just listen next time you listen to Lupe.
Lupe's a really good lyricist. I will say that.
Yeah. So yeah, just some guys I've been exploring that I haven't listened to in a while, but I feel like deserves the praise we give. Guys like Kendrick and Cole. I feel like they were between the Jay-Z's and Kanye's still going. They're kind of in the middle where they're not. They're not the generation of Drake and them. Mm-hmm. They're not the generation of Jay-Z either. They're right in
so it's
between
like the Kanye.
It's a nice mix of both.
Yeah.
Which I think is really cool. And you can hear it in the music. Now Ross has always had that rich shit. Like that's what I love about him. His production, everything
luxurious.
Sounds luxurious. Mm-hmm. That's the perfect word to describe it.
I feel like I'm driving a Bentley.
Yeah,
I'm definitely
just driving an Altima.
Yeah.
That's baller shit. That's a good transition. Let's just go right into everything that came out on Friday.
Let's start with Rick Ross, actually.
I wanted to start with Drake.
Oh, you want to start with Drake? Okay.
We have to. That's the biggest release.
Yes.
Drake officially announced his 6th studio album called Certified Lover Boy, which isn't the best title ever, I don't think. But who cares? I mean, for me, it's like, who cares?
I don't really care.
We got the lead single, which is Laugh Now, Cry Later, which is what the album should have been called.
Yes.
I love that name because I think it's super relatable in the sense that, like, well, you know what goes on in life. You just laugh at it, and you might cry later about it. That's kind of how I think of it. It's the first single off the album, which means the album cannot be far away.
Nope.
It features Lil Durk, which I was scared about initially because I don't listen to Durk that much.
I didn't expect Durk to be on this song or be on a song with Drake at all.
I didn't either. Turns out I really liked his part. I like the song in whole.
Yeah, it's a good song.
We disagree. We were talking about it a little bit at work. We disagree on. I thought it was better than pretty much everything on Dark Lane demo tapes. Whereas you probably don't have the song up that high.
No, I mean the song's good, but I feel like people are just overrating it.
Sure. I mean,
yeah.
You're gonna have that everywhere. I was surprised to see a lot of people like it as much as they liked it.
People said this was better than God's Plan.
It's not a better song than God's Plan. I had a God's Plan feel to the video, though.
Yeah, I mean, just in the song in general.
The two ideas of the videos are
totally different. Yeah,
you have to go watch the video too if you haven't, because it's a super fun video.
Oh yeah,
you agree on that? Like
favorite part of the
I said
Katie.
I said the part with Marshawn Lynch.
Oh well, yeah, you're
a Seahawks fan. Yeah, that's my guy. But
I thought she was funny. He just cracked him.
Odell in there, like I love Odell. I love Katie. Like, it's cool. It's
my man Drewski was in it too.
Yeah,
the comedian.
Wasn't there? Who else was in it?
That sneaker girl.
Oh yeah, that was cool. I'm glad he got somebody from the sneaker culture. I don't know her name. I think she's an Instagram chick who's like into the sneaker game. So
it was her. It was Odell, Katie, Drewski.
Obviously, Ovio Mendems.
Yeah, Ovio guys. Marshawn, which is weird to see Marshawn doing this.
It is, but
it's funny at the same time.
Well, because I don't know if you probably didn't see it, but the video did leak like a little bit before.
Oh, I did not know.
So Katie and Odell being in it was kind of known.
Yeah.
But when you saw Marshawn, I was like, wait a second.
But besides, I don't think there was any other famous people that were in it besides those guys.
Not that I'm aware of.
I don't think there was.
But that's enough star power.
Yeah.
So it was a really cool video. The song I could do with less shots at Kanye. Like, it's cool the first time you hear it. For me, like, I know not for you, but like for me, I get excited when I hear shots thrown in. It's like, I don't want to keep doing this. Like,
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna happen. Rap users don't die.
Yeah, but
rappers are petty.
It is what it is. Especially Drake.
Yeah, he's the pettiest rapper ever alive.
Beef is petty. Like the entire thing.
It's petty and egotistical
from start to finish. What else do I want to say about the song? I'm addicted to it. I mean, everything I say, take it with a grain of salt because I'm a big Drake fan. So I haven't listened to it a ton.
I listened to it and then I watched the music video and I haven't listened. I haven't sat there and be like, I want to go listen to that song. I mean, I like it, but I also just don't think like.
Well, that's not your Drake either.
I mean,
that's not the type of Drake.
That's pop star shit.
Yeah, but I don't think it. I wouldn't put it. That's why I think the God's Plan comparison is weird because God's Plan's a pop song.
1,000%.
I wouldn't say this is.
This is for the radio.
It leans that way.
This is for the radio.
But I think it's a good balance of. Because Drake has some bars, but it's nothing. It's not like if you're reading those bars, but it's not like super. The chorus isn't. I don't think super catchy. The only thing that's really catchy about the whole song is the whole baby part,
which I actually don't understand either. I don't get why everyone's
just
talking
funny.
about it.
I think it's just a meme. But yeah, I was happy with it. I think it sounds like a single. Like it sounds.
Yeah, it sounds like it's for the radio. That's why I feel like it's for the rollout. It's good to people who don't necessarily listen to rap and listen to it.
And like I said, I tweeted, the rollout starts, and now I'm just here for it. So,
speaking of another, or do you want to talk about Drake anymore?
No,
we want to talk about Drake all the time, but
I'm good right now.
Yeah, it's an announced album, and I want to talk to. We've talked about it already, but Heady One is going to officially announced his next album, Edna. I think it was Edna, which is named after his mom. And then he put that. I think it was it's this Thursday, right? He's dropping the song with Stormzy and AJ.
I would assume so. It's probably the lead single too.
Yeah. Oh, it's gonna be for sure. Well, I think Only You will be on it. I think it's gonna be like a bonus, like kind of how Dior's like a deluxe.
I'm with you.
I think that's what this is gonna be too.
Just for not to interrupt you, but for people who don't know, Only One Freestyle was that freestyle that Drake and Heady One did together.
That was the Real Ragers episode with Andy.
Yes, it actually came out right before that.
Mm-hmm.
So that was 3 weeks ago.
Yes.
I love that song too.
Oh, that song's so
good. I think obviously Heady eats it because that's his beat, but I think Drake does a good job of hanging on too. So
I could sit here and tell you about the bars that he had on that.
Listening to that makes me want to listen to this album.
Oh yeah. You should.
I understand the drill scene a little bit more. May You Rest, but Pop Smoke. And, that kind of energy, and then you obviously being. You
should go back and listen before this album comes out. Go listen to his previous album, not Gang, but listen to Music X Road. It has Skepta on it. The Skepta song's fire. I think Dave is on one of the songs.
Okay. I'd like to go listen to him a little bit.
It's so good. Heady's so versatile, and there's no one like Heady before, but there's going to be a lot of people like Heady after him. But I'm super excited for this album. I'm say this, if I really enjoy this album as much as I did, or as much as I like Music X Road, there's a high possibility this is my top 5 of the year. when that comes at the end of the year.
That's saying a lot because there's a lot of good stuff that came out this year.
Oh yeah, and there's a lot of stuff to come out. But if this album hits as good as I think it's going to, I don't see how it's not. Heady One is the king of drill in my opinion. I can feel that, saying that confidently now. And I mean, I'll think about it this way: how many drill artists? And there's a few that have songs with those guys, but more so AJ, because I feel like AJ is more also kind of in tune. I don't feel like AJ is just a pop star. He definitely has street backgrounds. I mean, I don't know all about AJ that well. One of my favorite artists, and of UK artists, also from Tottenham. He's a Spurs guy, so that's why I really rep the Spurs guys a lot. Same with Heady. The OFB crew is Tottenham area, so.
You feel a different attachment. It's like me with Drake. It sounds dumb.
And with you, with like United, it's like Stormzy, Dave, like these guys, like you're gonna like a little bit more just because they're United fans.
Right.
A guy you should also get in tune with, this isn't drill by the way, who's also I'm pretty sure he's a United fan. Don't quote me, but H is really good.
His name's just H.
It's AITCH. He's a white.
It's just H.
It's some white kid. Look him up. He kind of looks like Eminem. Not as.
What did you say is
AITCH? I'm pretty sure that's how you spell it. He has a song with AJ.
I think I've seen this dude before.
He's really good. You want to talk about I know he looks really weird. Like you don't even think of him to be a rapper, but he also has a song with this other really good drill artist named Dig Dat. That's pretty good. It's which is called 8 Mile. The music video is actually like them on a stage, like the 8 Mile scene, and they're like rapping back and forth, which is pretty good. But he's more that, I wouldn't say pretty boy rap, but like he talks about the bitches and whatnot.
Certified lover boy rap.
Certified lover boy rap, but he's pretty good. But that song with Stormzy and AJ and Heady, that shit's gonna bang.
I'm excited for that, and I don't even get that excited over
UK music,
unless it's Dave. Like, I like Dave.
I like Dave a lot
he's
too.
My favorite. I just think he's not as much. He does a lot. He's very talented. He does.
I want to see. I'm excited for his next album.
Yeah, me too.
For me, I don't know about you, but I feel with since it's like overseas and like you don't see the news that they see, I feel like it's like kind of harder to really be.
Yeah, because Dave has a lot of political bars and whatnot that we don't, as Americans, don't really understand because we're not paying attention to UK politics.
Like I like history and all that, but when you talk about the Tories, I have no clue what that means anymore.
Yeah.
Like all I know is Brexit was kind of a right-winged movement. I'm pretty sure.
And I think it was a shit show.
I see. I have
sense from what I understand.
No clue.
But again, I'm ignorant when it comes to UK politics.
I have no clue. The only other thing I know also is that the more north you go, I'm pretty sure is the more like kind of working class it gets. Because I know
kind of like how the East Coast is more working class.
Oh yeah.
Or
more like northern east. Like kind of like Pennsylvania, New York,
Massachusetts.
Yeah, because when you think Florida, I don't think working class. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or like Georgia, I think.
I'm just thinking California.
Well,
you think Nevada.
But so like, because I know Sunderland is like heavy working class city, and that's like really north of England. That's the only thing I know about English politics and like how they work.
You learned something here at the Night Shift Podcast. You know,
we're also an educational show.
We are for kids. When it says on YouTube, "Is this for kids?" I usually click no because
I was clicking yes.
You trying to teach the kids all the fun words.
What is the kid age on YouTube?
I don't know. Kids these days be watching porn at like the age of 12.
That's what I'm saying.
They be having kids at the age of like 13.
Absol said he busted.
I was doing at the age of 13.
Playing video games.
Catching fucking Rayquaza.
Oh, Pokemon.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know any of this shit that these kids know these days.
Oh, I know. Well, I mean, what did Absol say? He said, I bust my nut the first time I was aged like 10 or whatever. Yeah. He was like to some older bitch.
On this older hoe gut.
Yeah. That's all right. But what does he say after? But that's for another time or whatever like that. I was like, that's an odd flex, but.
Oh man, kids these days, they got like iPhones at 10, which I'm not against.
I didn't have a phone until I was in 6th grade.
I didn't have a phone until I was like in middle school.
Yeah. That was my.
And even then, it took a lot of convincing my mom.
Oh yeah,
my dad was on board.
That was my pitch. I was like,
nowadays people are fucking wild.
Oh yeah.
So you almost want your kid to have a phone.
Oh yeah.
Because like, look out the window. Like
it's just trees right now, but like
I get it. We don't want kids to be locked into a screen and everything. And my parents never got on me for playing video games and watching stuff, but like at the same time, if your kid's having fun, he's not hurting anybody.
I'd rather my kid inside playing video games than outside doing something he shouldn't be.
If he's relatively social, like
yeah,
if he's playing games with his friends online,
that's social.
No problem. Like, just make sure they know, not to, click on things that say you win a free $500 Best Buy gift card. Don't click on that.
My parents' big thing, especially with video games, because for a little bit there, they didn't want me to get Xbox Live when I had an Xbox. Was like the random people that you meet.
Oh yeah. That's always the fun times though.
Oh yeah, the random people you run into.
We're gonna go down memory lane. If you've been riding with me for a minute, this is to my inner circle. I had Xbox Live and I made my name African Legend for whatever reason, right? And I used to go. Remember, like Modern Warfare 3, there was like the world map.
Yeah.
And it showed you like where people were online.
Yeah.
There was this one super. I told you this story.
This is like another reason that we should be happy they're not super popular because like we would get canceled for what you're about to say.
Probably. There's like this one little circle like in Africa, right? Like bright ass circle, right? Everything else is dark. And there's one population.
Was it like Southern Africa?
Yeah, probably.
It's probably South Africa.
And some kid was shit talking me. He's like, "Oh, African Legend." I'm like, "Yo, I just kicked your ass from my shack, bro," or something like that. I forget exactly what I said, but oh man, we had good times on there.
Modern Warfare 3 was fun.
Modern Warfare 3.
Infected. That was the first time Infected was.
It's not one of the best, but it was one of my favorites.
That was the first time Infected was in multiplayer, right? I'm pretty sure.
Yes. Infected was fun too. Oh, that's when we used to play quickscopes, no scopes against Matt Chang, and he would get pissed. So, because we'd be like, he'd be good. He was good at quickscopes and throwing knives, right? And I sucked, and he would get pissed because I just pick a riot shield class with a rocket launcher, and I just blow him up. Good times, man.
Be like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that was before Matt swore.
Oh, really?
Matt would say, like, what the flip. It was the funniest shit ever. And now he can't stop swearing. It's amazing. That's my guy.
Shout out, Matt.
Indeed.
October is coming soon.
And yeah. That's going to be fun.
Well, he comes on a Tuesday. Wait, we took off on a
Sunday.
On a Sunday?
Yeah.
When does he leave, though?
He might.
He's got to stay that Monday.
Yeah. Because
he has to. It's, well, and also for the pod.
If not, we'll just push the pod up.
Yeah, if it comes to it.
Oh, wait. No, we couldn't. We're all at work.
No, we took off Sunday.
That could be the drunk pod.
Yeah, I mean, it could be. I mean, part two.
Christ.
Part 2.
That could be brutal.
I might have to take over.
But the first pod wasn't drunk pod. That
was. It was getting towards it.
Post pod was drunk.
Well, Jordan was getting to it.
Yeah, we were chilling, right?
Yeah.
But then post pod, it was. Ugh.
Post pod was.
Mind you, I haven't had any hard liquor since that night.
To sum up, that pod post night was Pink Whitney and Kraken. And some Miller Lights.
And Fireball. Dude, I had that Miller Lite. That thing tasted terrible. And I like Miller Lite. Yeah. But that burned. Ugh. I finished it. I ain't no bitch. I'm not going to waste beer. Bitch. I'm not going to... No, I never waste beer. Back on track.
Yeah, because this pod's already going to be long. And we've gotten off track a lot.
Probably. We got a lot to talk about.
We do.
What else? Let's go back to the music that came out. Let's talk about the Anderson .Paak song.
Yeah, that was really good. That beat was cold.
That's probably second...
That was also Hit Boy, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. You could hear the tag. He dropped a new song with Rick Ross called... Shit. What's it called? It's something... It's like Bring 'Em In or something like that.
Yeah.
I'll look it up. But...
that was a really good song. The beat was cold. Anderson .Paak is still one of the most talented artists out there.
Oh, it's not even close.
No. And Rick Ross is Rick Ross. We talked about that already.
Ross kills, like, every verse.
Yeah?
Like...
I mean,
cut him in. Okay,
he has the best guest verse of the 2010s.
The only problem with Ross is he has that suspect verse on You Ain't Even Know It where he says, "Put Molly on her champagne."
Doesn't he also have like a few other questionable bars?
Yeah, I mean, but everybody does, right?
Yeah.
Like, Ross is still my guy.
Yeah. As long as it's not confirmed that he is out of here.
Yeah. Then full disclosure. Yeah. If he's like. Put Molly in chick's champagne and then
we have a problem.
Unconsensual sex.
Well, if she's what if she's consensually saying put Molly in my champagne? That's another thing. Well, she didn't even know that. So like, never mind. Yeah. Never mind.
Low key rape. So
yeah.
If it ever comes
out, if it happened, because all he did was put in her champagne. He never said.
No, he does.
Does he?
Do you want me to pull up the lyrics?
No, you don't need to.
Okay,
I believe it.
That'd be weird. That'd take his pod to a place it doesn't need to go.
Yeah.
But if it comes out that he raped chicks, then he's not my guy anymore.
Yeah,
okay?
that's
his
not okay.
discography's ass then, okay?
Yeah.
Everything I just said nice about Ross.
But Port of Miami is... No, I'm just kidding.
You ever hear Hustlin'?
Yeah. So that song was really good. That song...
Silence.
Yeah.
And my man Paak spitting at the end.
Yep.
Not
Paak can rap, man.
Anderson Paak.
Well, the only... Never mind. That was going to be rude. I was going to say only one of them can rap right now.
He's super talented.
Oh, yeah.
We were talking last night, or the other night. I don't know if it was last night. I wish, obviously him and Mac Miller made...
Thought they'd make a project together. Yeah.
They had a project together.
That'd be nice.
Or like if Anderson Paak would have like executively produced an album for Mac, I think that would... Those two working on production together... I want to see that. That's one of the guys I want to see live once,
I feel like
Runner gets up out the paint, which who knows when that'll be. But
well, did you see the thing? Speaking of concerts, did you see the concert in England they had?
Yeah,
that was.
It's
I mean,
a festival. Where
I would go to that,
dude. That's like the best way to do it.
Oh yeah,
that would be ideal, man. I can sit there with my hot dog and my beer,
exactly,
and I don't have to worry about some guy who's on LSD like rubbing up against me. And shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, that's the dream. For those who don't know, when I go to a concert, right. I've had general admission concerts where I've just wanted to die. Like, I've seen Logic we've seen him 4 times? Let me think here. 1, 2. Yes, I've seen him 4 times. Half the time was general admission. In the middle of, like, July or the beginning of August.
It's too hot.
And it is hot, and there are people packed, like, I'm not going to, like, move.
Yeah,
but... drop the whole... But, like, I'm literally standing like this. You're literally standing like this. You can't do anything.
Well, the Earth Gang concert was pretty close in.
Yeah, but at least that was inside.
Bad. Yeah.
At least that was inside. This is outside.
Yeah.
There's like, it's a festival here in Philly, which is like, you're basically standing on sand. They have like mats down that make it flat, but that's not good. Like knee support. You know me, I'm getting older, so like my knees starting to go.
22, and he's like, I'm getting old.
And actually a month from today. I'm starting to feel it, man. My back's starting to go. Like
I think that's just Taco Bell.
Well, I think it's my shoes at work too. I think I need to get new shoes.
Probably.
Them shit's starting to lean.
Yeah. Lean with it, rock with it.
But I like when we go to see The Weeknd, we're up higher
and it's inside.
But we're lower and we have seats.
Mm-hmm.
I can sit down in between sets. When I go to see Logic and there's 4 people performing, I gotta stand through the whole thing. Because if I go get water, my spot, I'm gone.
Oh yeah,
my spot.
You're not getting
I'm relatively
that spot
close
back.
to the stage, which is nice.
Yeah,
and you can feel it because the artist is kind of above you, and you're But like, nah, man, I'm good. I want to be able to in between sets go take a leak. Me, I'd be pissing like 7 times within 3 hours.
Especially if you're drinking.
Well, right. So like, if I need to go get a Miller Lite, I know I'm not going to miss anything. I can go get my Miller Lite, come back, sit down, enjoy the Miller Lite, pee, and then Abel's singing, and I start crying. So
well, this is Blinding Lights. That's just gonna be crazy.
I'll still be crying. That's my ideal concert situation. I know people will be like, oh, like you ask Travis Scott fans, you have to go general admission because you have to be in the mosh pit. Nah.
I want to break my
7 drugs. I'm good. I can still rage from the nosebleeds.
Quick note while we're on Travis, him having a ghostwriter or whatever, it doesn't discredit anything.
No, I think everybody. I low-key think a lot of rappers
have writers.
I don't think Kendrick and Cole do, but like obviously Drake does.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't mean Drake doesn't write. It's collaboration.
Like it's known Kanye has writers.
Right.
Like he's credits.
Drake literally was credited as a writer for him. Like it is what it is. You think the Migos have writers?
Absolutely.
I just think they just go in the booth and just say dumb shit. And that's fine too. Future does that.
Yeah.
Thug does that. Gunna probably does that because all of his songs sound the same, but it's still my guy. And there's a skill to that too. I'm not taking away from that. It's just different ways of doing it.
Like the clip of Juice WRLD freestyling for like 2 hours, whatever it was. Like this shit was ridiculous.
I don't know how they do that.
Neither do I.
Because I couldn't do that.
No. But then again, we're not rappers.
I'm a rapper. I got bars.
Shut the fuck up.
I also got a car. See what I did there? Anyway.
The door is there.
The door is there. We got anything else to say about the Anderson Paak song?
It was really good.
I wonder if he's going to drop soon.
Hopefully. I would love an Anderson Paak album.
What was his last one? Ventura?
I forget the name of it.
I think it's Ventura because Oxnard came out before it. It was Malibu because that's where I first heard him was Malibu. Then it was Oxnard, and then I guess I do.
You have this thing in front of you.
I know. It's Ventura was his last one. That's the one that had like Winter Circle and I really like him. He's got like he doesn't really have.
He's really, you can tell he's inspired by multiple genres. Like,
would you say he's got like jazz? He's got like
funk,
soul,
jazz, soul,
a little bit of hip hop mixed in there.
Yeah, R&B probably. I'd say.
Yeah, he's an awesome dude. If you haven't listened to him, I think he's one of those guys that like can appeal to a lot of audiences too.
Yeah.
He's not like, we talk about rap a lot here and even R&B, but those people usually don't. I mean, it's not for everybody, but
no.
Anderson .Paak, I think you can find something that everybody will like.
Yeah. At least one song.
What do we want to talk about next?
You
want to talk about the Earth Gang song?
Yeah, I liked it.
Powered Up. I listened to it again. I like it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It took me a little.
You come to your senses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just don't think I was in the right setting to listen when I listened to it the first time. I was kind of tired.
Yeah, sorry. Jamal just chucked one and missed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, again, we have basketball over here, so if you see us, or me specifically, I've been staring at it.
But yeah, Powered Up. It's good.
It's heavily video game inspired, which is really cool. Mm-hmm. I liked kind of that theme, and like even like the kind of sounds they were using.
Yeah.
Felt very arcade-ish. Again, it's a fun song. It's an Earth Gang song. I'm guessing Spillage Village rollout, or do you think it was just a one-off?
It's just a single. I think it's a one-off. I think that Spillage Village album
has to be coming soon.
And
has to be.
Man, if we get that in the Drake album relatively close to the same time, I'm gonna be living it up because that's gonna be my only rotation. If you know me, you'll know like when that Drake album releases, that's going to be pretty much all I listen to for a while. I'll mix other things in, but usually when I get locked in on an album from somebody I really really like, I'm locked in. So,
speaking of albums, Boldy James dropped the Versace tape.
Oh yeah.
Wait, it was a Versace tape, right? Yeah. I was just say.
You questioned your transition.
Yeah, it was a good one.
Sorry. Yeah, it was pretty good. I listened to it once.
I listened to it once too. It's a short 10-song kind of.
Yeah, it's only like 20-some minutes.
Yeah, I mean, I liked it. I feel like it's his Griselda debut. I don't think he really did anything wild, but I think it was a quality project. It has songs that I'd listen to if they came on. I don't think there was a song on the album that I really disliked. It was pretty much just Boldy too. There wasn't really any features. I think 2 songs had features.
I think the last one had Westside on it.
Yeah, and then there was another guy like in the middle of the album.
Yeah.
But I mean, it was a pretty good tape. It's what I expect from Boldy James. It's what I expect from the Griselda crew.
I have a hot take about this album.
Okay, and I would have liked to see the Griselda guys on it. I would love to on one song like Boldy with Westside, Conway, and Benny. But I mean, it's a good project. I don't think it's anything too crazy. I don't think it's gonna make like my top 5 albums of the year or anything. I don't think this is better than some previous albums that he's put out. But I mean, it's a solid project.
My hot take is that this album is, for me, better than the 2 Conway projects this year.
Really? I don't know. Nah, that's just not.
For me, I like Boldy's voice a little bit better.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot.
I like this project a lot. I only listened to it once. I want to listen to it more. But again,
You think it's better than Pray for Paris?
No. Conway. Not
Oh, okay.
I like this better than the second Westside Gun project, though.
Yeah.
Pray for Paris is still.
Oh yeah, that's still up there.
Jose Canseco came on my shuffle, the song.
Oh, that's such a good
song.
Yeah.
Fire, dog. Yeah. But yeah, I really like it. I want to listen to it more. I think the album cover is super cool. I have it pulled up here. I think Boldy James is going to just continue to go up with Griselda.
Oh, yeah.
I know he was from Detroit, so that's
well. If you listen to the lyrics, he makes a few references about Detroit.
Yeah, I just feel like every rapper does that for whatever. I feel like that's like a rapidy rap thing. Is you have to reference Detroit at some point?
Maybe.
But yeah, like you said, it wasn't anything too out of the ordinary for Griselda. They just keep adding good rappers that do good things over beats that are good. They find guys who do the things they do and do it well. And Boldy James, in the terms of kind of like the coke rap music, as I label it, he's up there. I mean, Boldy James does a really good job at what he does. Yeah, for sure.
That's what these guys do. It's like, I was listening to I'm gonna tie this in here. I was listening to the Spurs podcast last night. They were talking about transfers, and they were saying about how Pochettino and Mourinho, what they want is very different. Like Pochettino likes a lot of flexible players who can play multiple positions, whereas Jose prefers a specialist where he can sit there and do a job that he wants him to do, and that's the only thing he needs to do. And it's like with Griselda, they're a specialist.
That's a really good comparison.
They do one thing, and they do it extremely well,
and that's it.
And I mean, look again. It's like look at Push. he's been around so long doing one thing, but every time he drops, you want to listen to it because you know it's going to be good.
Again, I don't want to sound like a dick writer, but then you look at Drake, who does, who's very flexible, who is that flexible, you know. If a center back's hurt, he can run. Get the dance hall tune out. You know what I mean?
Jack of all trades.
Yeah. So,
but would you say he's a specialist at any R&B? I don't even think he's an R&B specialist.
He doesn't. His specialist isn't R&B. You can hear what he specializes the most on. I think on Take Care. I think that's his body of work where he specializes.
So kind of like the singing, melodic, rapping.
It's the thing that not that he created, because Kanye kind of paved the way for him, but he really took it to another level.
With the Toronto sound.
Yeah. So anything on Take Care, I think, is what I would say. If I had to pick like an individual song, I don't know if I can do that right now. But, Over My Dead Body, I think, is what he does. That's what he specializes in. There's introspective...
Singing, rapping, over Toronto kind of eerie beats.
Anything off of Take Care, I would say you could throw it into there.
Yeah.
I mean, except, like, the motto and that shit, but, like...
Well, and Heifer. That's on there, right?
Yeah,
I thought it was on there.
Crew Love, I think, is a good one.
Yeah. Lord
where
knows.
It's not really rapping, but it is.
Yeah.
And it's like kind of singing.
It's the singing rapping
the
kind of style that
stuff. So
I feel like Kanye and Drake really pushed to the next level.
What do you about like a guy like Cole or Kendrick?
What do they specialize in?
Or which one are they? Are they like more of a specialized?
They're a specialist.
I think Kendrick is. I think
Cole's a little more versatile.
Cole's more versatile, but not to the Drake extent.
Yeah.
Is that fair?
Yeah, I would...
Because Cole's singing has come a long way.
I'd say that Kendrick is also... I mean, if you look at Damn, he's tried to do a little...
Yeah.
I mean, even Sing About Me, I'm Dying of Thirst. My problem is that too well.
True.
So
but is that... I don't know if that's singing, but I know what you're saying. I know what you mean.
Yeah, I mean, he's trying
He's definitely...
things.
Yeah, he's definitely branched out a little bit, which is cool to see from the greats right now.
Yeah.
Well, that was good. That was a good conversation. What is there? There's something else. There was one other thing that came out, and I can't think of it.
I think there's more than one other thing.
Probably, but the things I saved was that Juice WRLD Weekend song last week. We talked about that last week, right? Because Jordan was here.
Yes. I'm going. Do you follow? If you go on
Yeah, I'll just go to my liked songs.
Okay.
How about that? No, Boldy James. Talk about that. Well, Be Free's on streaming.
Oh, Be Free's on streaming now. That was cool. Oh, Lute dropped a song. Did you listen to it? Lute's new song was really good. I won't talk about too much.
I'm gonna add that to my liked songs now.
I liked it a lot. Lute
how it has the Cardinals logo on the track list.
Lute did his thing. I think Lute's ultra talented, and I mean, people have been speculating because Lute dropped a few singles that he's gonna drop an album soon, and Lute said no one's fucking dropping an album soon. Pretty much. So, I mean, I don't know if he's just messing around because you know how these guys are.
But he hasn't dropped an album since 2017.
Yeah,
at some point you have.
Oh yeah, I mean,
this is this is my problem with Lute and Omen is nobody fucking drops anything.
That tape's good though. You ever listen to it?
No, I did.
I like it a lot.
Song with Earth Gang. This one right here, Promote.
Oh yeah, that's a good song.
Premonition? I don't know. I can't read apparently.
No, I'd love for Lute to drop something soon. I don't know if we'll get it, but like, I mean, the singles he drops are good. I think Lute's really good.
Yeah. I think that was it from what.
Well, there was like one. It's called Black Noise. He's kind of like one of those guys who it's kind of think DJ Khaled how he'll drop a project, but he's just the producer.
Oh, okay.
And it had an Earl song, which was cool, and it had a Danny Brown song, which again was cool, but I don't think anything we need to really talk about.
Do I go into the sports?
Yeah, sure.
I don't have anything else to say on music right now.
Yeah, I think. Unless we're missing. Oh, Nas. Nas dropped. That's what we were probably thinking about.
I didn't listen to it.
You didn't listen to it. Ultra Black. Opposite of Doja Cat.
I just
fucking bars.
I don't really like. I respect Illmatic and I've listened to Illmatic and like I totally understand that's probably like pound for pound one of the best, if not the best, rap album ever.
Nas's prime is possibly the best artist, like best rapper ever.
But like you know me with my old school hip hop likes, I'm more Jay-Z than Nas.
Yeah.
And then I'm more Tribe. I'm more Outkast. So I don't really have any affinity for Nas personally. Like I respect him totally. Like I don't have anything against him, but it's just I'm indifferent.
Yeah.
So I didn't bother to listen to it.
It was
honestly I forgot that came out. So
I thought that was.
If you want to speak on it, go ahead.
Nas on a Hit Boy beat. I think it worked well. I don't know if this was the song that I would choose, like Joe Budden and them talk about this. I don't know exactly if this is the song that I would choose to be for the album rollout, but maybe it's because of I feel like Nas wouldn't really fucking care about if picking the right song because it is Nas. What does he have? He doesn't really have to prove anything anymore. But the Doja Cat line would obviously bring up some things. Did you see any of the delusional Doja Cat fans?
No, I just know. This is a really odd intervention to this. I wanted to lead the podcast off with saying it, and I'm bummed that Jordan's not here to say it or to talk with me about it. Today, Ariana Grande's "Sweetener" turns 2. Not that you care all that much, but that's my favorite album of hers.
Okay.
So I wanted to shout that out. That's when, shout out Maddie, her and I went to see her on that tour. Really, really unique sounding album for a pop star. That's all I want to say about Ariana Grande.
Okay.
We were talking about delusional pops fans, and that just kind of reminded me. And I wanted to say that. But I think all I need to say about that is no, I didn't see it, but I can imagine what it looked like.
Oh yeah, they were saying like Doja Cat might have a chance. It's like shut the fuck
Nas
up.
Is over.
I don't think Nas was canceled that night.
Well, attempted cancel.
Well, did you see Barbie fans try to cancel Ferg because he didn't submit album sales or song sales? I mean, Nicki stans are.
It's funny because like when you like rap fans, right? Like us. We don't give a single fuck about sales, right?
Yeah.
You know, Drake, like super blind Drake stans will say about, oh, he's been on the charts for this long, and he is. So that's some sort of accomplishment. But then you go to the pop side, and all that matters is if you went number 1 or how much you sold. That's it.
That's because the music doesn't matter. The music is empty. Some of them, most of them.
The majority of it, yes.
It's empty.
I think when you dive into
teenage songs.
I think when you dive into, I know you hate Taylor Swift, but even Taylor Swift has some songs where it's not like totally empty. Like I think Ariana Grande does a good job of not having totally empty. Like her music is pop. It's 1000% pop.
Yeah.
And you hear the pop songs on the radio, but if you listen to her albums, especially her newer albums, there's different sounds. Like she had Pharrell producing on Sweetener, which is the one I like.
Well, yeah, from my understanding, there's like different eras of Ariana.
Yeah, the newer one's is less pop. Like her first 2 albums are definitely like bubblegum pop, as you think of the term.
Yeah.
But then her last 2 are much more. They're more mature. As she grows as an artist too. So that's really cool to see. I just need her to stop putting Future on songs though.
Why?
I love Future, but like
you don't like him.
They sound the exact same. Like the songs sound the same.
Yeah.
You know, which is fine. There's a recipe to it, and I'm not mad at it because I'll still listen to it.
Yeah. I mean, and this is one thing I'll say. I've come to the conclusion that the worst stands in the hip hop community are easily, not even close, the Barbie fans.
They're pretty bad.
The Nicki fans are bad.
You remember when they were mad at Travis?
Nicki fans are bad at everybody. They're
just
looking for a reason.
Because what were they mad at Travis for? It was his merch bundles for Astroworld, I think. But
yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
But look, everybody has merch bundles now.
I know.
So Drake's gonna have it. You know Drake's gonna have it. He can drop the fucking Nike merch with not that he even needs it, but you know, like Kanye and Drake, they don't need sales. It just comes with even Kendrick, I think, is at that level.
I mean, Kanye just being Kanye generates sales.
Well, exactly. That's one thing he does well, even if he doesn't intend to do it, which I don't think he does.
Nah, he just goes
on rants about emojis.
I mean, it's so funny. Like he didn't promise an album 2 weeks ago.
Right.
He's like, nobody has used this emoji until now.
Okay, let's dive into sports because we got 45 minutes before the Raptors tip off, and I want to try to be done by then.
I don't know if that's going to happen.
Well, if not, at least we have it here.
Yeah.
But we want to start with baseball. We want to start with NBA.
Let's go baseball into NBA, into the NBA bracket, into MAC bracket, our team right here.
Okay. Well, let's talk about MLB then. I want to start with something a little bit. Well, obviously, okay. As a St. Louis Cardinals fan, as you can see, I haven't gotten to watch my team in 17 days, and now I'm about to get more Cardinals baseball than I ever wanted in my life in like the next 3-4 weeks.
Yes.
Up to September, or up through September, up to October. So I got to watch Cardinals baseball again, and it felt fantastic.
They were doing good. They've been doing good since the restart.
They lost yesterday.
Well, yeah.
And they had a rookie on the mound, and he gave up 4 straight bombs, bro.
Oh, was that? That was against the White Sox.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I mean, like that's a tough lineup.
Oh yeah, they got some batters in that White Sox lineup.
You know, Cardinals are going to drop games. Like they have like 20,000 in like 50 days.
Yeah.
So,
and another thing is their hitting is
It's suspect. They played the first 2 games pretty well, and they won both, which is fine.
I think once, like, I talked about it yesterday, but, like, with guys like Carlson coming up and eventually Gorman,
Yep.
who, how good is he defensively?
He's solid.
Is he a first baseman or a third?
He's a third baseman.
So would you, like, is he a guy where you're like, yeah, I want him to be playing every day at third?
Yeah.
Okay.
Compared to what we have, I mean, because Tommy Edman can play there.
Well, Tommy Edman can play everywhere.
Right, which is perfect, especially with this DH. Because then you can throw like a guy like Matt Carpenter at DH and you don't have to worry about.
And then you
future. He got a noodle for an arm.
Yeah. Well,
you ever watch him throw?
That's why you play him at second.
It takes him 7 years to throw the ball.
Play him at second. He plays second.
Colton Wong.
Oh yeah, that's
Can't
right.
take out his Gold Glove.
Oh no, yeah, that's DH's Matt Carpenter's spot.
Yeah, it's perfect for him.
What are the guys you got coming up in the pipeline that are people you should look out for?
They got the kid they traded for with the Rays, the pitcher, Matthew Liberatore, or how you say his name.
Yeah.
He's super young, too. He's only like 18, 19, 20. So he's a few years away. Alex Reyes looked really good. He threw an inning.
I heard he struck out the side, right?
Yeah, he had nasty stuff. He was touching 98, 99.
I feel like...
Which... He's not totally done yet, but it's at the point where it's like he got shit right off the pot.
I feel like he's just going to turn into a bullpen guy who's going to come out and strike you out right away.
And honestly,
I'd be
fine with that because that Cardinals bullpen's nasty. Dude, I don't know if you saw Gallegos pitch his inning.
Oh, Gallegos is good.
He struck out the side.
You also have that other guy. What's his name? Like Bareba or whatever.
His name is. Brebbia. John Brebbia.
Is he pretty good?
Yeah, the guy who's got the big beard.
You got Andrew Miller still too.
Yeah. Once Jordan Hicks comes back next year.
Yeah.
He got him back there still. So.
Your starting rotation isn't even that bad either.
The rotation's not bad. It needs help, though. Because Wainwright looked great, but Wainwright's not going to be able to keep this up. He does a good job of mixing. He's been throwing mostly off speeds. His curveball's still nasty. But you can't run him out there. He's not going to give you 7 innings.
No.
They need him.
No one really gets 7 anymore.
True.
Unless you're the Phillies, because you can't let the bullpen come out.
You ideally want 5 innings. If you can get 5 innings of him giving up maybe max 4 runs, that's a winnable ball game. So I'm glad he's still playing, but it's...
Speaking of pitching, we'll go...
Well, obviously Flaherty.
Yeah, well, Flaherty is a stud.
Well, and then you were talking about bullpen, not to interrupt you. Carlos Martinez is still a question mark. Is he starter? Is he a relief pitcher? So he can't stay healthy, which is kind of the problem right now. But he still has good stuff.
I just want to say...
he's kind of a nut.
Did you see... he's my favorite player outside of a Phillies uniform, Trevor Bauer. Did you see he has like a sub-1 ERA?
Yeah, did you see him going at Boris on Twitter?
Yeah, I mean, this is what I love about Trevor Bauer. He doesn't sugarcoat shit. And it's funny because you look at Trevor Bauer and you don't think he's the outspoken guy with the charisma. The charisma and the personality.
He probably does the McGregor strut when he comes out.
Oh, yeah, dude, that's fucking great.
I love him.
That's what I'm saying.
We need more of that in the game.
Trevor Bauer, okay, now... I know
I have a very interesting question that's going to transition just perfectly into what I'm going to talk about next, but continue.
This was a take that Dallas Braden had, okay? And I actually agree with this. Shout out, not that they need a shout out because they're the biggest baseball podcast in the world, but shout out Starting 9, the Barstool podcast with Jared Carabas and Dallas Braden and Jay Hay. Can't forget the stat guy, Jay Hay.
That's my guy.
But is Trevor Bauer the face of baseball? Obviously, he's not the best player. But in terms of generating viral moments and fans and causing attention to the game while still being a very, very good pitcher, I'd say he's probably like top 10, top 15.
I don't think he's the face of baseball.
Yeah, because that's Trout because he's the best player. But he's the face of entertainment in baseball.
I think I'd put guys like right now. I think I'd put guys like Tatis Jr. over him. I think I'd put guys like Acuna.
Well, hitting is more exciting.
Just based off their play.
Hitting's more exciting.
Well, and you watch Tatis. Tatis is my favorite baseball player right now.
He's electric.
He hits it's like the first pitch, and he's hitting a bomb.
Yeah.
And it's not close.
And then he's dancing.
Did you see, I don't know if you saw this on Twitter, the Cardinals passed on Tatis Jr. And you know how his dad played for the Cardinals. He's the one who hit 2 grand slams in 1 inning, which is just absurd when you think about it, right? Could you imagine if Fernando Tatis Jr. would have been a Cardinal?
Well, I mean, could you imagine if he was a White Sox? White Sox fans should count their lucky stars they got Tim Anderson.
Well, and